Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I thought it would be fun if we do our nails together. So as you can see, my nails are green right now, but they're not in the best state. These are my natural nails. I normally just use some gel and then with a rubber base underneath the gel polish so that it's a stronger hold, stays on longer. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to do that together and show you guys what I do. It's just what I do. I'm not a professional in any way. I just enjoy doing it and saving some money, I guess. Yeah, I don't have the best angle for this so I'm just gonna move you down so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna speak through it so you actually if it's not too clear to see, you know what I'm doing anyway. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm just going to start by taking the old polish off. This is gel polish and I put a peel base underneath the normal gel in the base so I can just scoop them off basically. So I just put something underneath and they should come right off. See, just like that. The whole nail just come off and your nails pretty much still intact. It's definitely better than gel. It's or better than glue, I mean. It's not as good for your nails as just soaking them off, but soaking them off also, you know, has downsides to them because it does weaken your nail. So I'm just gonna peel all of these off. Okay, so I took all of them off and my nails are a little dirty and square right now, and I love almond nails, so I'm just gonna try and file them in an almond shape and also file the base as well so that the gel is gonna stick really well. So I don't have like a cute table for all of that. I'm just gonna have to wipe it off after. But I just take this, what kind of file? 180 file? 180, and I just scrub everything and file them in the right shape. Did I just hit scrub? I meant just file. Like that, and I don't have a brush, but you just dust it off. If you have a brush, that will be so much easier. And then you can see that the base is just really dry. My nails look so unhealthy right now, but I promise they're okay. And now I'm just gonna file them in the shape that I want. So I wanna achieve an almond. So that means I'm gonna have to go down this side. And you don't wanna dig it in your nail base because that's gonna weaken your nail. You just really wanna put it on the side and go like that in one way. And then do the same to the other side. And then you basically file to the middle. So you go like this and then to the middle you stop, and then the same to the other side until they're both rounded out. So you can already see the round shape forming, and I like my nails a little bit more pointy because I don't like them when they look really thick. So I'm just gonna file them a little bit more. So this is the shape that I'm going for, and I'm gonna do that with all the nails. So what I didn't show before is most of the time on the inside of the nail, if it's from square, what it was for me, it has those little things. You can just file them off on the inside, and you basically just clean up the nail so it still looks good. Okay, so now my hand, all the nails are shaped well and they're filed. So I just use this, it's like a buffer to really smooth it out, to make sure it doesn't have any unequal, an unequal surface, so that everything is flat and smooth. And my thumb, since it's so short, I just rounded it out so it has a clean edge when it grows back. And then basically what I do is I take like a nail cleanser. I think you could just use alcohol as well, but it's a little less good for your nails. And you just wipe all that dust off and clean the nails just like that. And then we're almost done with the base, with the prepping. So what I then do is take like a prep booster. So this is basically I think alcohol as well, and it just dries out your nail. So you just take that and put that on top of every nail, and I don't know if you can see, let me show you. You just put that on and it really just dries out that nail. So you have a really good base, and the gel polish just sticks to it really nicely, and it doesn't peel as fast. And the last thing I do is I push my cuticles back so that I have a really good surface. I don't cut them because I don't know how to do that, so I don't like want to ruin my cuticles or cut in my skin, so I just leave those. All right, and then I take these nail extensions. They're just clear, what do you call it? They're just these clear nails that you can put on your nail and then cure and then just pretend like it's your own nail, basically. So it's like a gel extension. So I'm just gonna pick the right size for my thumb and then I'll be right back. So I have a size 2 right now, and you just want to make sure that they're not, you don't have to press them down to make them fit, but they're also not covering over the edges. So as you can see, this one just fits perfectly in my nail. So I'm just going to use the glue that comes with it to stick it on my nail. I just put like a tiny dot and spread that out on my nail. You can also, ooh, that's too much. You can also do it with a gel polish, but I just think this is a little bit easier. I just take some of that I put too much, and I just press it down and up and make sure it stops where the gel hits my nail. Just hold it down a few seconds. So now that it's on, I'm just gonna file this in the same shape as the other nails and about the same length. So what I'm gonna do first is clip some off because they're way too long, as you can see. So I'll just clip like the top bit off. And it's so sad because this nail was perfectly fine yesterday, and then I had like a little cut and I had to cut it off because I knew that it would get stuck behind my hair and everything and would just ruin it. Okay, so I'll just file this one in the same shape. And I want to get a little bit more of that alcohol and just go over every nail again, because now you have dust everywhere again and you really want to make sure that your nails are clean. And then that was most of it for the prep, and I just start off with this peel base. So that's the same what I use for the green nail polish. So when I'm done with this color, you can just peel it off, and that's basically the base coat. So I'm just gonna put that on every nail. That, and I don't do that on the fake nail because it doesn't have any use because I already glued the nail on my finger. And I'm just gonna let that air dry for about a minute. I go in with the rubber base. This is just a soft nude color from Pink Gelock, and I put 2 coats on every nail. So the first coat, I just put a really thin layer to make sure it's on there really well. And make sure to go around the edges so you don't get any air underneath the polish, otherwise it will lift and you don't want that. So when I have a thin layer above all my nails, I'm just going to cure it under the UV lamp for 1 minute. And then for the second layer, I'm just going to put a little bit thicker layer. So I take like a ball size amount and I put that on the nail like this. And then I just distribute that on the nail. Okay, and something that has been really trending right now is bloom nails. So bloom nails are basically like a special kind of polish that when you put the base coat and then the other coat, it just blooms out. Basically it spreads out and it looks like a really pretty flower. And I don't have that polish, but I really wanted to try it anyway. So I have the rubber base on and I haven't cured it yet, and I'm just going to take this like burgundy red color, and I have this little pencil that I didn't take out. Smart move. Let me just try and push it out of this polish. Okay, and then a little bit of the base coat to thin it out a little bit, or top coat whatever you have. If that works at least, I don't know. Gonna mix that in with each other. So hopefully it gets a little thinner. And guys, I don't know if this is gonna work. It's just something I wanted to try, and if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna have to start over. So basically what you would do with the blooming nail is just take the polish and then put a few dots and it would spread out, but I don't know if it's gonna work with this method. But I'm just gonna put a few dots on the top and then 3 on the bottom. I think it's doing something. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on there that has a little bit more room to spread out. So it's basically just like a little dotting tool, and I put 3 dots on there, and as you can see the top one is spreading out a little bit. So I'm just gonna let it sit there for a second and see what it does. I'm so excited. If this works, I'm going crazy. Okay, so far so good. As you can see, the top one is a really beautiful spread out, and the bottom one a little less beautiful, but I really like this. Wow. Okay. I'm excited. Let's just do the other one. I wanted to do a flower on this nail. Yeah, so it's just literally the same technique, but then you put it in a circle. So about, I don't know, 5 drops. So I just put 5 drops like that, and I'm just gonna wait and see what it does, how it spreads out. Maybe I'll put a little bit thicker drops because this is not a lot. If this is gonna turn out perfect, I'm gonna do this every single time because I am so obsessed with this, and it's just gonna be perfect for summer. Okay, let's see what it does. So this is what the flower is looking like. I'm really impressed by this. So I'm just gonna cure the nails, and I'm gonna cure them for about a minute or maybe 2 minutes because it's a thicker layer of polish. So we're just gonna see how well or how fast it cures. So I cured it under lamp for 2 minutes, and this is what it's looking like. I love it. And then on the inside, I want to do a little yellow dot like a flower, but I don't have any yellow. I'll just do a little bit of white inside the flower instead. So I'll just get some white on my brush, or brush this thing, and just dot it in the middle. It's not the prettiest dot, but it's a dot. Let me see if I can make it a little rounder. This is it. And I'm just gonna cure that as well. But before I do that, I'm just gonna clean off this brush first and foremost. I'm gonna put one more layer of the base on my thumb because that's the fake nail. You can kind of see through it. So I'm just gonna put a tiny bit more on there, so it's more of the pink color the other nails is as well. I'm gonna cure all of that for 1 minute. Okay, so now that everything is cured, I wanna do a French tip in the same red color on the other nails. So I have like this stamp because I'm not really good with the brush, and I'm just gonna take that polish. Let's just take a little bit of that polish, I'm gonna put it in like a V shape, or at least I tried doing that because it doesn't look like a V at all. Get my pointy finger, and I made like a little V, and I'm just gonna put it at the tip and push it in at like a 45-degree angle or something, so that it doesn't come all around it, because normally this is really messy. So this is what it's looking like. I am just gonna get a little brush to perfect it because it doesn't look that great. So I just take this brush, I dip it in the polish, and I just smooth it out to the edges like that. Basically, you cannot see anything that I'm doing, but I just smooth it out like this so it strokes up, and then I'm just gonna round out the middle because it has a little weird crook in there. So it's not the perfect tip, definitely not, but it's better than I would have done with a free hand. Okay, so I basically did the same with the pinky and the thumb, just put a little bit more nail polish on the stamp, and you can see that it got around the nail a little bit. I'm gonna clean that off first with just a Q-tip before curing, because otherwise you can like create an allergy for the polish, I think, and that's what we don't want. So I'm just gonna clean that and then cure it for like 2 minutes, 1 minute, but if it's not fully dry, because this is like a thick layer now, 2 minutes. Okay, so I cured it for 2 minutes, and now the almost last step is to add a top coat. So I'm just gonna add a top coat, and then I'm just gonna cure that for another minute. Okay, so it's all cured now. I'm just gonna have to wait another minute for the polish to like really cool down, and then I'm gonna go over it with a cleanser to take off the sticky top coat that's on there. This is like the easiest step, but sometimes my nail polish just completely gets ruined because it just comes off, like look. But this time it's not that much. This jojoba oil, it's just a cuticle oil. And I just put that on my cuticles because they are really dry. Are you ready? Look at this, how beautiful. I'm in love. Like, I didn't think that this was gonna work, but it did, and I'm proud because I did that. Look at the comparison before and after. Okay, so that was how I do my nails. This is how it turned out. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out and proud of myself, to be honest. Yeah, so I hope you guys liked it and got some inspiration out of it. I think these are really good nails for summer as well, and for spring if you have like a light pink color. I think it would be amazing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.